few things that might help as you work. You'll have to make sure that you're always counting from the same side and turning in the same direction. So if you've done this before and you learn to count from the right up, you just have to stay consistent with that. I learned counting from the left up. So I always start over here. I always have that empty space facing my belly button, and I always count from the left side up. I pull out that third string and I put it in the empty spot, and I always turn mine this way. If you have a different rhythm that you've developed, it's fine. You just need to stay consistent with it. You can't change directions, or it'll give you kind of like a little hiccup in your weaving. It'll give you a weird spot. So you might want to make yourself a little note on here. Maybe just draw a little arrow. So you could take a marker, because if I'm counting this way, I'm pulling here, then I'm turning this way. So you might want to say count. You might want to do a count arrow. And then I can even do a turn. If you're getting confused and you can't remember, you just need to keep it the same. So whatever you start with, you need to continue with. So this will remind me next time I come which way I need to start counting, and then which way I turn to get back to that empty spot facing my belly button. And then it's important to just gently tug this little guy, but don't pull it hard, because you can actually pull your strings out of the loom and cause like a really weird spot in your weaving as well. So again, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, we pull it out, we put it in the empty spot, and we turn it. 1, 2, 3, we pull it out, we put it in the empty spot, and we turn it. And we continue with that same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, pull, put, turn. And then gentle tug and detangle. So we gotta do that every few turns or they get really tangled. So mine, I didn't do it for about 6 turns, and you can see it took me a little bit more to comb through tentacles, whatever you wanna call them, these loose pieces. It took me a little longer to comb through those. So it's really important that we do that frequently. And then again, if they're hanging and they're loose, they're gonna get less tangled than if they are like resting on your thigh or the table. They'll get more tangled that way. So I like to make sure that they're kind of hanging and loose and they have space to move, and that helps as well. And I'm noticing that mine is getting a little bit more tangled than I like, and I've got more length than I really need. To make a full-length bracelet that'll fit around my wrist once, I really only need maybe about this much length. So I can cut some of this excess off. I'm gonna cut just a few inches off at the bottom here, so I've got less to tangle. And you can see now my strings are shorter, maybe about 3 feet long, and now it should tangle a little less. Let's try it and see. Much easier to detangle when it's shorter.